Hello my friends, and welcome to a very unexpected campaign. This is Anonymous Patron's Phoenix Point campaign. I'm saying Anonymous Patron because the person themselves do not want their name out there, so that's fine. I mean, that's fine. And so I know what you're thinking. I'm thinking, someone has paid for me to play Phoenix Point. They must be a shill, right? So I asked, I asked the anonymous patron, why, and he said, I have no idea, I just really enjoyed watching that campaign. It was like watching a train wreck and that somehow made it great. So, for those of you who don't know, I played Phoenix Point when it first came out, on the hardest difficulty, of course, on Legend difficulty, because it's by the makers of XCOM. And I thought to myself, well, what a great, what a great idea to play this brand new, modern, by the creators of XCOM game. You know, if you're a TBS fan, you can get no greater pedigree. And it was, oh man, Trainwreck doesn't even begin to describe it. It was so buggy. This game, when it first came out, was so buggy. It was just ridiculous. And this was the game that killed my admiration for a lot of YouTubers, because most of the missions were buggy. There were just tons of aspects of the game that were buggy. But one thing that really stuck out in my mind was there was a mission called Moonshot. And it was quite easy to end up on that mission. It was one of the faction missions, but it was the easiest faction to get on the path with, and sort of the faction that offered the best benefits, Sanhedrin. And I got to that mission, and my god, there was just, obviously you can go back and watch the video if you want, but there was just so many bugs on that map. It was almost impossible to finish it without it crashing. And there were just myriad crashes on that map. So the game crashed if you used any global ability. The game crashed if you stood in certain parts of the map. The game crashed if you threw grenades at certain places. The floor stopped working if you used any explosives, so then your characters couldn't move. I mean, it was so awful. And so the mission became, how do we get past the map? Like, forget trying to play the mission Iron Man, okay? That's, we tried that and we failed. Let's just replay the mission over and over and over, and try and figure out how to beat it. And I couldn't figure out how to get past this mission without it crashing. So I went to look at other YouTubers to see what they did. And all the honest ones, of course, they experienced the same problems. Some people's campaigns literally ended on that mission because they couldn't get past it for all the crashing. Some people showed loads of crashes and then finally got a run where they got through. They completed the mission without it falling apart after like 4 or 5 attempts. And then there are a couple of big, million subscriber plus YouTubers who were the first people I went to look at, who I'd always thought were really good at TBS games, despite what people say. And they just, it was their first time playing that mission, Moonshot, and they knew not to use global abilities, they knew not to throw grenades, they knew not to go to the objective. Going to the objective caused the map to crash. If you went near the objective, the map crashed. You had to deliberately go to the other side of the map, away from the objective you were supposed to be defending, to get through the mission. This was the method to get around it. You had to basically go to this building in the middle of nowhere and haul up there and just kill all the enemies from that position, just leaving the main objective that you were supposed to be defending alone. The enemies were bugged out, so they wouldn't attack the objective, so that strategy would work. They basically You know, they didn't use any explosives, they didn't use any status effect moves. You know, they totally custom tailored their strategy to that mission to get through it. But it was their first attempt, or they were playing Iron Man. And, by the way, if you were playing Iron Man on that mission and it crashed, it did make a backup save game for you, so you could start the mission again from the beginning. So you weren't Sol if you were playing Iron Man and you got on that mission. When it crashed, the game made a beginning of mission save state which you could reload. So it didn't end your Iron Man campaign. If you played it honestly, you could reload and try again. But yeah, they they knew. And let me tell you, there was no way on this earth that someone playing that mission for the first time, or even the second time, could get through that mission without it crashing. It wasn't going to happen. There's no way on this earth, because everything that you are supposed to do or would be reasonable to do crashed the map. You had to go off into the corner somewhere, hole up there, and only use psionic abilities and direct shots. That's all you could do, because everything else would cause the mission to start bugging out, which would eventually lead to a crash. And that included using, you know, like there was a electronic shield ability, which I don't even know if that's still in the game. This is 2 years ago I'm talking about now. There was a shielding ability which everyone abused because it was really good. And these content creators, they knew not to use it on that mission before going on the mission, despite having never played the mission before. Suddenly they were turning their noses up at what was a great ability that people just cast all the time, and it affected your soldiers no matter where they were on the map. So you would literally have a technician just stood at the beginning of the mission, much like an XCOM squad site sniper. He would just stand there and spam the ability repeatedly to give you loads of armor. And and then suddenly they weren't going to do that for this one mission, because, oh man. So yeah, anyway, funny story, but Phoenix Point actually killed my admiration for a number of famous TBS YouTubers, because at the very least they're only pretending to Iron Man. At the very least, that's the most generous thing I can say, was that it's all smoke and mirrors, they're Iron Mans, because there is no way that someone goes into that mission on the first time Iron Man. This is when the game first released, so no one had played it before. It's not like it was a game that had been out for ages or been through a number of betas or whatever. You know, we were all starting from the same start point, and there was very little information about the game out there at that time. Yeah, funny story. So, anyway, going back to my anonymous patron, he said that he remembered seeing an expansion released for it semi-recently, and I played it quite a while ago, and figured it could be an entertaining return given everything that has probably been overhauled in the last 2 or so years. I am curious if it is still a massive disaster or whether they've managed to salvage it. Now, the expansion he's referring to, which I have picked up, is this one, Festering Skies. When I played, the only thing available was living weapons, and it didn't work. Living weapons didn't work. So in my old campaign, you would never have seen them, despite them being a launch thing. Because there was a bug, more bugs, there was a bug where if you selected it, you wouldn't have it. And if you unselected it, you would have it. So, I obviously had it selected, being someone, you know, that has a brain in his skull. Typically, options when you select them means that they're enabled. And then I started the game, and I didn't have them. And I was wondering when they were going to show up, and they didn't show up. And then I found out later that there was a bug. You actually had to turn them off for it to work. So yeah, it was bad. It was bad, man. But you know, 2 years is a lot of time to fix a game, and 3 expansions is a lot of expansions. So The question is the game good now? Because they've just released a year one edition of this game that includes all the DLC and everything. So if it's been fixed and if it's good now, then it's going to be worth picking up. That is the question. Is that my anonymous patron is curious enough to know to put down the money to sponsor this campaign because he wants to know if this game is still a train wreck or whether it's become something good. And I guess he doesn't own the game, so of course he could have just bought the game with the money for sponsoring the campaign, but hey. He also says, remind viewers that they too can have a campaign of their choice if they pledge to the Patreon. Don't miss a good opportunity to recruit. Heh. Okay, so consider yourselves reminded. Okay, so I've just spent 11 minutes talking about the car crash that used to be Phoenix Point. Let's go, let's play. I hope it's good. I hope they fixed all the bugs, because I remember at the time in that 2-year-old campaign I said that this was a potential classic game or a great game that is just crushed by bugs. Like, there was just so many bugs and balance problems that it ruined what the structure of the game was really good.
The Phoenix Project was founded on October 24th, 1945. The Second War to End All Wars was over, but there were those who understood that we could no longer afford to think in terms of nations and empires. For a time, the Phoenix Project successfully navigated the political conflicts of its era. That was our golden age. Phoenix Project operatives scoured the world for clues. We had bases in 24 countries. Even the heavens were not off limits. But out there, on the far side of the moon, began our downfall. The failure of the Phoenix 2 mission exposed us to our enemies in the UN. Stripped of resources and scattered to the winds, we were reduced to a secret, a memory. When the Pandora virus woke up, we should have been the first line of defense. When huge clouds of mist appeared over the sea, when people started vanishing, we should have figured out what was going on. And when those people started coming back, changed, hostile, alien, we should have been ready to fight, but we failed. The ecosystem started to change, imperceptibly at first, then faster and faster. 3 factions arose. New Jericho, trying to restore order and purity. Sanhedrin, hoping to build a world without hierarchies. And the disciples of Anu, a new syncretic religion dedicated to adaptation and biological change. At war with the world, and at odds with each other, these factions cannot find a way forward. Now the mist is returning, and armies are rising from the sea. Without the Phoenix Project, humanity will fall. It's time to rise from the ashes.
Yeah, the one thing that bothers me about this intro is if the Phoenix Project was as enormous and had the resources, all the resources mentioned, there's no way that it would have ever been forgotten about as such. I mean, if it was like, the unified planetary government at one point, I don't think it would ever have truly disappeared. Okay, we start with a Manticore. I have a heavy, 2 assaults and a sniper. I think it's been 2 years since we played, so I can't quite remember everything that's going on. So you have to scan areas to find stuff. Man, there was a bug with power as well, where if you turn stuff on, it would turn stuff off, it would turn itself back on again, and then cause rolling blackouts at your base so nothing would work. I sure hope that's fixed. Atmospheric analysis. Okay. Some of the Pandorians are revealed to you from the beginning, it would seem. Well, that's the only research I have, so I might as well just put it on. Okay, all standard stuff that I remember. It's one of these funny things where on Legendary the AI would always aim for the weakest part of your armor. So a lot of people, they would put the Banshee helmet on to gain these bonuses to accuracy and perception, and then run like the heavier armor, the golem body armor. Oh, that reduces accuracy now. Never used to. But yeah, run the heavier armor because it wouldn't penalize your accuracy or whatever. But it does now. Interesting. You have access to the APC from the beginning, but not the resources to build one. Okay, so there's been a few changes. Oh, you just start with 4 guys and you have literally no others. What is that? Tier 1 autocannon. That is not the weapon heavies used to have. Fires in a burst of 3. Oh. Interesting. Okay, so some of these are, I remember them. Secondary class. Boom Blast I really liked. Okay, Rage Burst only shoots 5 times now. Rage Burst used to empty the magazine of the weapon you were using, which made it hilariously OP. Because, you know, you could have a gun with like 50 or 100 rounds in it and just empty the whole lot into someone, into a boss or some big enemy. And, it was pretty easy. Oh, there's a memorial now. Might want to actually take some ammo. Will strike me as a good idea. Brendan, I'm me. I'm me. I'm me, I'm me, I'm me, I'm me, I'm me. Can you actually customize these? You can't change the name? Can change the name. Okay. Cool. I might consider getting some patrons on here once we get going. Once the characters reach a certain level. Oh, that's a nice skill to start next to. Viral damage drains willpower. So with a machine gun, you could very quickly do enough viral damage to completely drain someone's willpower and cause them to go into a stupor, if that's still how that works. Dash was a great ability, was part of some of the most OP things in the game. OP combinations. Wow, rapid clearance still gives 2 AP for each enemy killed. So it looks like the old dash and rapid clearance combo still exists. I used that to kill like 20 blokes. The final mission. There was like about 30 enemies and I was just like using that dash and rapid clearance to just clean out the whole area. Because it gives you back 2 AP. But there are lots of weapons that only cost 1 AP to fire. Like handguns and melee weapons and stuff. So it's possible to farm action points enough that you could reload a weapon and then carry on killing. What have you got? Assault rifle proficiency with 10% damage and 20% extra accuracy. That's very nice as well. Of course he's an assault, so he can already use assault rifles. But nevertheless, the damage and accuracy bonus makes it worth it. Even if... Because this set is random. Basically. This would be a great guy to multi-class into heavy. Because a 20% accuracy and minus 10% damage dealt cautious is really good for heavy weapons which are really inaccurate and have massive damage. Well, the game still looks really great. That was one complaint I never had about the game. I don't know why these guys don't come with any ammunition loaded up, but that's fine. Good thing we did a review. Carry weight and strength. Gain shotgun proficiency. For a sniper? Not sure how I feel about that. Mounted weapon proficiency. I never used mounted weapons in the original campaign, even though they did exist, because they were bugged and didn't work. So, there you go. So what class are we missing? Because we're missing a class here. Assault, heavy, and sniper. Oh, I guess the other classes are hidden away behind research and stuff. Alright. Oh, it still does that thing where it doesn't ask you to confirm that you want to actually go somewhere. Or that you want to unpause. Stop a group of rampaging soldiers. I think this is like the first faction mission. This is actually a pretty difficult mission, if I remember correctly. To start with. All items on the battlefield will be automatically recovered after mission success. Cool, that's new. Well, hopefully it isn't ridiculously you know, you would hope that it isn't ridiculously hard from the offset. Even on legendary difficulty. Yeah, there was a bug with the APC where the weapon would never reload. There was a bug with is going to be something I say a lot during the whole of this campaign, I think. Oh! Right, well, we see one right from the offset. Oh, they got rid of the fire button, which is good because no one used it. Like, why would you ever shoot normally when the aiming is so much better? The biggest problem with the jump jet is that it costs 3 action points, so you cannot actually you cannot use it and actually attack. Unless you use a handgun. Man, he's in a good position there. Enemies are always on the map in this game. There are no pods. So... It's up to me. I either dive against the wall to bring him forward, or I guess getting up here is my only other real choice.
Catch me if you can.
I'll move the heavy here. He's gonna shoot at anyone who can shoot at the heavy. I'm me, I'm me.
On the lookout.
Oh.
Here we go.
He just ran away. Oh! The puppeteer. What the hell is a puppeteer? I don't know, but I'm about to ruin his day.
Action.
Oh, the shoot button is here. So you can hit anywhere in the circle. Oh, he's wearing some funny. Nurgle's Wrath. Oh, Papa Nurgle's pistol. If disabled. Oof. Did not cause him to let go of my guy, though. Get your handgun out. Maybe you can get a shot. No, don't. Don't shoot our own guy, Jesus. What are you, a fool? The head has 12 armor. Let's just center mass this bad boy. Nice. Free aim. Like, why would you aim at an ally if you have a friggin' enemy in view?
Looking for an angle.
That was a horrible shot. Got him. Didn't have enough willpower to survive that. I must admit, I do like mind control in this game, in that basically it's an attack on willpower, and if you have enough willpower, you will resist it. But obviously, level 1 characters are never going to have much willpower. 6 willpower is definitely... Well, it's just not enough to survive that. He's through there. Now, since this is real physics, if you're good at judging angles, you can actually just shoot straight through the wall. Okay, well, this guy has no action points because his brain was melted. Yeah, I could shoot straight through the wall and potentially get that guy. But I think he's a bit far away for a heavy weapon to actually strike.
On the lookout.
Okay, let's go.
Action.
I can't remember if Overwatch will attack you if you just shoot from a fixed position. He's right there. He is right there. I'm going through the wall. No, didn't get him. Oh, that's blatantly his arm right there, isn't it? No. Overwatch in this game is risky as well because some Overwatches cause you to step out of cover, which means that if your Overwatch doesn't trigger, although I don't see them doing it, I don't see them stepping out of cover. But it used to be the case that Overwatches would cause you to stand out of cover, which could result in you just getting mullered. If your Overwatch didn't trigger, you would just carry on standing there.
Here we go.
Oh, it's one on the roof. That's going to be an easy shot.
That's how you do it. Out of my property.
Oof.
Born again anarchist.
And he's well defended up there. Catch. Huh, that didn't do any damage. Did the circle need to be red? Let's body shot this guy. Oh, nice.
On target.
Dazed. Yeah, that's all going to be fatal. What about the one in the building? Oh, still no shot on him. Ooh, I probably... A body shot would be fatal. Get as much mass as possible. Where can I see... how much ammo I have left in the actual weapon. Maybe it's this 24 out of 36. Okay, he has a shot on me, so therefore I have a shot on him. And it's not a great shot. You don't have a shot from there, do you? Oh yeah, I have a really terrible shot from there. You know what? It's better than nothing. Oh! Well, the game certainly seems a lot smoother, and I haven't encountered any bugs yet, so that's certainly something. Oh, he just ran through. Didn't trigger my Overwatch because it's pointed at the window. The other window. Oof. Wow, he chose a good place to stand, didn't he? Well, I mean, I have a shot and it's pretty clean.
Hostile damaged.
Wow, we just bodied that guy.
Ready to fire. Enemy.
Wow, he's dead. He's got 2 HP, so he'll bleed at the start of his turn, and that'll be the end of him. Yeah, look, it only shows you. It only shows damage on him at certain positions, even if he would be in the blast radius, say here. Right, that should make him a little bit easier to put hurt on. I don't have any other shot on him. If I broke his weapon, that would be hilarious because he literally can't do anything once the weapon's destroyed. Ooh, I got 3 hits on it. 63 damage. I think his weapon is very close to breaking. This guy needs to recover his willpower because of the mind control earlier. There's really no point in me shooting at him. He should bleed to death next turn. Ah, bleed, no! Oof, those little step outs are really hurting me. It's a bit stilted, isn't it? Ah. Wow, that was lucky. Come on. Does that weapon just not... Oh, he's in a slightly different position, actually. I'm like, does that weapon just not penetrate the wall anymore? This is one of these things that really bugged me about the game, is sometimes you can step out of cover to take a shot, like the AI is doing, and sometimes that doesn't work.
Hope I can find cover. Hostile, unharmed.
Damn. Didn't... For a sniper, that was a really bad shot.
Take this. That was glorious.
That was glorious! The Jericho rifle is actually a really good weapon. Like, this is incredibly hard first mission to get. Do you have a grenade? No. Do you have a shot on the other one?
Bullseye.
Okay. I'm just concerned about this guy running out suicidally to get my sniper.
Need a better position.
I'm me. Oh, look. It's indicating that I actually have a shot from there.
Identifying target.
Really? I don't actually see the guy. Oh, apparently that is a shot. Right, one left. These soldiers have got better equipment than me. For sure.
You're gonna get it now.
Better rifles, better armor.
My head.
Okay, let's get that damage fixed. He's right there, but can I hit him through the wall? Trying to use my heavy cannon to shoot through the wall has not worked out for me so far. Okay. Stand by. He might charge out and get a shot here. This is like, this mission is actually a really difficult mission to get this early on. I think he can shoot the sniper from there as well. Because last time the AI stepped out and shot at me. And it bugs me because I don't seem to be able to do it. Like, you don't seem to be able to just step out and shoot most of the time. But the AI can always do it. Oh, it's got a med kit. Don't worry about the encumbrance because you're going to be using it.
Advancing.
Get ready. We're going through the side. You can't overwatch in two directions, so...
I see them coming.
Oh, nice hit.
Opening fire.
Look at that, he aimed straight for the head. He aimed straight for the head.
Moving to coordinates.
Which I think is what they do on Legendary, is they go for whatever they can do the most damage to. Oh man. That was actually a really clean shot. That he failed to actually land. Okay, I really can't miss his head here. It's completely in the circle. Oof. Oh. Please tell me this is the last one. Okay, well, apart from that lucky headshot critical, we were alright. That sucked. But anyway, it is what it is. Wow, no bugs so far! I'm well impressed. I haven't seen anything that resembles new content yet, though. Not yet.
I had always assumed the Phoenix Project would return one day, even after Symes disappeared. It seems to be the defining pattern of your history. Fall, then rise again. I wonder if this points to an underlying
hence Phoenix
weakness
Project.
or an underlying strength. I suppose time will have to tell. Time and the choices you make. After all, you are not necessarily defined by what has come before. You can be whatever your will allows you to be. That is the essence of the human experience.
Okay.
That is why I did not intervene. We could have stopped those soldiers ourselves easily enough. But I needed you to see, to understand that far more is at stake here than just our ecosystem or our genetic purity. We are being robbed of what makes us human. Our will.
I don't think that you're supposed to do that mission so
Neither
early.
the utopians, it's a need.
Blah 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 blah. Okay, I'll just hang on to that for now. Oh, we've unlocked more areas to go to. That's interesting, because you used to have to scan to do that. Either way, the team needs to return to base to heal. Not even killed by a Pandorian. Sad times. 5 SP, is that it? $25. Dash, probably one of the most important skills in the game. Allowing you to fly around the map with great haste. I wouldn't mind picking that up next, but I haven't got the points for it. That ability, return fire, was buggy in the original. There was sort of all kinds of weird and wonderful ways it would work and not work. We found some new Jericho assault rifle magazines, but we did not actually get a weapon or any of the armor. That is unfortunate. Cheap Overwatch is actually worth having. Quick aim is really important for snipers since it immediately allows you to shoot twice instead of once, and also it means that if the sniper rifle costs 2 action points, you can combine it with rapid clearance. You can multi-class to assault, create a house cleaning agent, as it were. Probably nothing else I want to do right now. Guess I do need to manufacture one more. Okay. I mean, how long does it take to actually fix this armor? Or repair the stamina? Okay, it is going up slowly. Nope, not doing that. Unfortunately, this haven I don't think I'm going to be able to hire anybody. I'm so confused because you used to scan, but it just says here area scan 6% and it seems to be rising by itself. So I'm sort of very confused as to how scanning now works. I guess it's done by the base itself. But there's not like a ring or anything. So interesting change here for sure. Interesting. That's my research progressing along. Okay, so their stamina is back, but they're still horribly injured. Probably can't be wasting too much time just sat at my base. So I think the correct decision here would be to just load these guys up with some med kits and just use them at the start of the mission. Not worry about healing at the base, because it just takes forever. And we just made 350 resources from doing that mission early, I think, so... Okay, well, that's it for now. I mean, certainly the whole scanning thing has changed, because I don't see any way to scan, and things seem to just be appearing by themselves. Scans an area around the base. Pandorian colonies attacking havens from within the scanning range will be instantly detected. I mean, that's helpful, but how do I see the distance that's covered? No clue. Maybe I have to finish researching atmospheric analysis. Let's just do this quickly. Ah, look! A radar ring has actually appeared around my base. So I guess this 11% is actually how much scanning the base has done. But look, yeah, going here has now revealed this. So this definitely works differently. Right, well, it's obviously critical that we recruit people as soon as possible. Okay, alright, that is definitely it for now. So I hope you guys enjoyed it and you look forward to the rest of the campaign. Should be interesting. I haven't seen anything yet that would indicate any DLC stuff. So far. But I'm sure that there's a fair bit of, you know, research to do. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys next time.